economy have some folk nervous about future health care, future employment, and future security. And as a result, people find themselves dealing with mental, emotional, and behavioral characteristics of anxiety and depression. And that's what I like about this passage of scripture, because in this passage of scripture, Elijah, God's man, he is trying to cope and deal with circumstances that have caused him anxiety, caused him depression. God's influential prophet, God's main man, God's unconditional loyal servant, God's leader, God's mouthpiece, God's preacher is so much filled with anxiety and depression that he hides out in a cave. He takes up residence in a cave. He runs for cover, hiding out in a cave. The one who God called into ministry, the one who God gave the power to call down rain from above, call down fire from above, the one who God gave permission to slay 850 false prophets in the cave because of depression. Queen Jezebel had become furious. You know the story. Over the deadly fate of her prophet. She had vowed that she would take revenge on, she would take down Elijah, because Elijah had defeated her prophets. And all she did was send word that I'm coming to get you. And by this time tomorrow is over. And he started to run. And we find him this week in a cave. And the reason why this passage is so important, and the reason why I want to preach this text, is because even though we are good looking today, we got on our alligator shoes. Can I get a witness in here? And our stilettos, and we have on our suits, and we're all dressed up and looking nice and smelling nice and parking nice. But the truth of the matter is, a whole lot of us are taking up space in the cave. I wish I had a witness in here. A whole lot of us know what it is to be in the cave. If you are struggling with issues that have you up at night, that have you upside down emotionally, you might be in the cave. If you're worried about a problem that you cannot solve by yourself, and yet you refuse to turn it over to the Lord, you might be in a cave. If you're walking around in fear, in fright, in trepidation, instead of walking by faith, you're walking by sight, you might be in a cave. If God has called you to do a work for him, but you allow your circumstances and you allow people, you allow situations to impede your calling, you might be in a cave. If you'd rather be at home in your pajamas, with your head under the cover, when it's time to be at church, you might be in the cave. If you spend more time playing with your PlayStation or your Xbox than you do studying the Word of God, you might be in a cave. If you spend more time communicating to others by texting than you do communicating to God by praying, you might be in a cave. When you're running from your problems, running from people instead of facing them head on, you might be in a cave. If you listen more to what others say about you than you do what the Word has already said about you, you might be in a cave. If all you do is focus on the negative of the church without thanking God for the positive of the church, you might be in a cave. If you love coming to church but don't like to worship, you might be in the cave. If you refuse to pay your tithe because you don't have much money, but you can always find a few extra dollars when you want to pay on your layaway, you might be in a cave. Do I have a witness in here? If you used to sing in the choir, and now all you